Hey everybody, my name is Morty. Welcome to today's read. Today is December 23rd. It's early afternoon, Mountain Standard Time, so it's Sunday. I love Sundays, right? It's my favorite day of the week. Things just seem to slow down a little bit on Sundays, like just a lot of movement, traffic, everything. Life just gets a little more still. So I enjoy Sundays. Hopefully all of you do as well. So today I was going to do my daily dose love read. So this will be for all signs. If you're already in a relationship and you're happy, then this read probably isn't for you. But maybe you're checking in on a friend or somebody that is seeking love, right? So maybe you want to kind of find out what's happening with them, possibly. This read won't be for everybody, but it will be for somebody. So just keep that in mind. It's not a private read. But you may find that the energies that I connect with here in this read really resonate with you. And if so, I love the comments. I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for all the comments, and the likes and subscribes and the shares. Also, I wanted to thank you for the beautiful donations. This, especially at this time of year, it's a great thing, and it really helps out. It makes this channel possible, and allows me to be able to take something that I have that I want to share with the world, and to be able to reach out to you and to be able to connect and to resonate. And I have to say that, I can feel myself connecting with so many energies out there, with so many of you in these reads. So, I like to think that with that, the reads can get better and better just as we kind of move forward and move ahead. So, yeah, and thank you for sharing my channel and my reads with your friends and other family members, people that you care about. So I really appreciate that. Anyways, let's get started on today's read. The first thing I want to do is I want to pull an affirmation card, and this is for those seeking love, and we just want to see what affirmation Spirit and our guides have for us, taking us into this read. Okay, great affirmation. You drew the affirmation of courage, the number 17, which reduces to the number 8, which is a powerful number. It symbolizes infinity, By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Wow. This is a beautiful affirmation. It'll be interesting to see how it fits into the read, which I'm just about to start. But yeah, so it tells me that, somebody out there, whatever's going on in their life, they're at a place where they're really needing to call upon your courage. You're really having to reach for a tremendous amount of courage in order for you to be able to accomplish and overcome, maybe transition something in your life. You're taking on something pretty significant, though. So let's see what the read has to say. I'm doing today's read with my Crystal Vision tarot set. I pre-shuffled my decks, but I like to just shuffle them one more time. And then what I'm doing is I'm splitting the deck 3 times. I'm pulling the bottom card just to show us what the opening energy is taking us into the read, right? Well, for a love read, it would only be appropriate that the first card taking us into the read is the Knight of Cups. Right? So the Knight of Cups, this is, knights always show up, right? This is the Knight of Love, because it's cups, it symbolizes emotion. He's also known as the Knight in Shining Armor. Right? If you look, he's the only knight that comes in riding a unicorn. The others are on horses. So yeah, he has quite a bit of magic to him. And he brings with him a tremendous amount of unconditional love. And I just noticed, you have This little beacon of light on the top of the unicorn's horn and coming in on a full moon. Yeah, it's a beautiful card. So I think that's a pretty positive energy taking us into the reading. All right, tell us more. Okay, you have the King of Swords. So this could be an air sign, which would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Whereas a king could be a male, doesn't have to be though. It doesn't even have to be an air sign, but it just represents some of those strong energies of the air sign. You know, this king is, he doesn't get caught up in a lot of emotion, right? Not overly sensitive. He sticks to the facts, to the details. Not quite like the Queen of Swords, but definitely has an authoritative figure, right? Very stable, very balanced. We also have the King of Wands, fire energy. So wands would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be. King, so male energy, but doesn't have to be, but it just exudes that kind of authoritative energy. So, you know, the King of Wands, I mean, he draws people in with his magnetic charm, his ability to just pull people in to whatever it is he's thinking about or believing in. He has that kind of energy to him, very creative, very dynamic energy. I mean, interesting that, you know, the first three cards, we get the Knight of Cups, King of Swords, and King of Wands. Yeah, interesting. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. And this card, this represents the energy of, if you look at the figure here on the card, he's on this dragon, and he has these 6 wands coming at him. And he has his breastplate to protect him. He looks like he's outnumbered, but he's not. He's on a dragon. However, this is the energy of feeling like you can be on the defense. You know, feeling like, you know, you just have to defend yourself all the time. It can be a limiting energy. But on that same token, if you are on the defense, you're very well equipped for what you happen to be defending. All right, tell us more. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. This is a limiting energy. You know, if you look at the figure here on the card, she has these swords, 2 swords that are impaled in her back, and her assailant is making off with a few other swords, and he's looking over his shoulder, kind of admiring his handiwork, right? So this is the energy of maybe feeling like you've been taken advantage of, feeling like, you know, you've been stabbed in the back. Or it could be somebody within your life that feels like they've been stabbed in the back. It can go both ways. You just have to follow the energy and see where it fits with your scenario. All right, tell us more. Okay, beautiful. We have the Four of Wands. This is a great card. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the whole deck. This represents happily ever after. Right. So if you look at the figures in the card, you have the man standing next to the woman on a beautiful white horse. Clearly you can see they're in love. You see the way they look at one another. So this represents the coming together, a union. And it's a very strong, spiritually bonded union. Okay, we have the King of Cups. King of Cups is coming in under the King of Swords. So if you look at this king, you know, he sits upon his throne of reeds, and I mean he has 1 foot on dry ground, 1 foot in the water, and I mean it's secure and stable on the dry ground. This king is balanced. The water represents our subconscious, our emotions, our feelings. The fact that he has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot out, tells us that he's very balanced. Yeah, the King of Cups. He's the love king. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is coming in under the King of Wands. So the Nine of Pentacles, this card, this represents abundance. So if you look at the figure here in the card, she's standing here in front of this beautiful stone fountain next to her tamed tiger. She has these 9 pentacles surrounding her, and all of this greenery, this life, it symbolizes abundance. She's worked hard for what she's been able to acquire in life, and this is her being able to enjoy this abundance. So I'm just going to keep drawing the cards, and I'll tell you guys what each one of the individual cards mean in terms of energy. And then afterwards, I'll just take a couple minutes and look at the cards, and I can do the read overall. And I like to do my reads for you guys this way because I feel like, you know, I can tell from the comments that a lot of you are really liking learning about some of the meaning of these cards. So when I'm able to kind of share some of the individual meanings, some of them are really sticking with you. I think it's giving you a better understanding of tarot. And I love to teach, so yeah, thanks for letting me do that. We have the Ten of Swords. So if you look at this card, the image, it can be a little bleak looking, right? I mean, you have this woman, she's laying in the snow and she's being impaled by these 10 swords. I mean, the only real positive thing that we see by way of image in this card is we see the clouds parting, right? They're opening up and they're making the way for sunny skies, right? For clear skies, for better days. So this represents something coming to an ending, something coming to a close for somebody in life. And this is coming in under the Seven of Wands. Hang on, I have a card that's flipped here. Yeah, I get, maybe I'm a little bit OCD, right? I'm not sure, but I like to be accurate. So yeah, if I see cards that are flipped, yeah, there were a series of cards. If it was just one card, it would be different. So I just like them all facing the same way. Okay, well those two cards shot out. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords, and this is coming in under the Five of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, this card represents the energy of being self-bound, right? If you look at the figure in the card, looks like she's bound and surrounded by all these swords in the ground, but really she could break free at any time. She's choosing to keep that blindfold over her eye. So this is kind of choosing to stay stuck, if you will. This is that energy. You know, and why do all of us do that at times? I don't know. But I understand it. I'm guilty of it. Yeah, sometimes I've just stayed stuck in something for so long. This just been ridiculous. I mean, I'm a moon rising Taurus. I mean, sometimes I hang on to things like a disease. It's kind of crazy. All right, now we have the High Priestess. So this is the card of intuition, right? This is the card representing listening to our higher self. This is also the card of, in my opinion, I think it also represents some divineness to what's taking place here in this read. This is saying that, maybe the universe has some play in this as well, because she stands on a crescent moon representing unseen energy, right? So universe stepping in, moving parts and pieces around. Okay, we have the Five of Wands, and this would be one of the closing energies taking us out of the read. So the Five of Wands, this energy represents a lot of bickering and fighting, right? A lot of arguing, debating and such. Nobody's out to hurt the other, but yeah, there's some of that going on. And I just noticed here in this card that the lions, they seem to be fighting a little more seriously, right? And there's just two of them. But with the three individuals, they're just kind of fighting with sticks. So, wherever that may fit. And then we also have the Queen of Cups, which Queen of Cups is the most loving queen. She sits on this rock with both feet in the water. She represents the epitome of unconditional love. This is a fantastic energy to have. Okay, so give me just a little bit here to kind of take a look at the cards and see what I see, and then do this read for you guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so I'm just going to tell you what I see here. What I see here with this knight and these kings, and then the Queen of Cups down on the end, I see a couple here. And I see a couple coming together with some fantastic energy, right? Energy like the King of Swords. Such a good, strong, stable energy. Energy with like the King of Cups. There isn't a more abundant, loving energy to have than the King of Cups, the Love King. With the King of Wands, such a dynamic, magnetically drawing energy that has so much creativity, right, to it. So, yeah. I see love coming together. And that's the Knight of Cups coming in with this love. And for some of you, this knight's already arrived. For others of you, is on its way. Knight in shining armor, bringing an abundance of love. This kind of love is made up of this kind of energy. Let me grab the third one. Three Kings. I mean, this couple is, they're magic. Yeah, they're dynamic together. So much strength, so much creativity, so much love. I mean, there's such a balance here. And it's the coming together, right, of this couple, bringing them into union, right? Spiritual union. Like, I have your back for life. No questions. You know that. You feel that deep within both of you. Bringing you abundance, right? Whatever abundance means to you, an abundance of love, an abundance of material wealth, an abundance of stability, of security, of warmth, of comfort, of family, of unity. It is abundance in every sense of the word. for somebody, you feel like you've been on the defense. For whatever reason, you felt defensive. You know, that defensiveness within you, which is a limiting energy. You've been feeling that for some time. And this read is telling me that it's come to an end. You don't need to be on the defense anymore. The universe understands you. It understands your pain. It understands all of the struggle that you've been through. And it's allowing it to end. This energy that some of us take on, of feeling like, you know, we've just been wronged. We feel like we've been stabbed in the back, that somebody has wronged us. This is a self-defeating energy within you. The read is telling me to point that out to you so that you can recognize that. Recognize that, you know what, you can free yourself from this energy at any given time. Completely liberate yourself. Interesting that the High Priestess came in under the Four of Wands. I mean, this tells me that this union is divine. This is a union that the universe wants to see happen, wants to see come together. This Five of Wands energy is the energy taking us out of the read. You know, this is just saying, hey, little details and things, they're just little things to bicker about. Don't worry about the little details. Don't worry about the bickering. Disengage yourself from that. It doesn't serve you. It's not serving any of you. You have a beautiful read here. I mean, somebody has a lot of happiness and joy coming into their life. Queen of Cups, the most loving queen. This is the energy taking us out of the read, right? So this is the energy that's available to these two people in this read. Wow, I mean, yeah, it's a powerful read. You know, I could ask for some clarification, but it really doesn't call for it anywhere. I think it spells it out pretty cut and dry. I mean, this is beautiful for somebody. Let me just go back to the opening affirmation. So this beautiful read, right? These fantastic energies that are out there. They're out there and they are available. If you have the courage to reach for them, right? To put your energy out there and attract and resonate with this kind of energy and bring this kind of love into your life. All right, my name's Morty. I really appreciate you guys listening in on this read. For all the comments, likes, subscribes, and shares. And seriously, once again, thank you so much for the beautiful donations. I can't tell you how much of a difference they make for me on this end, especially at this time of year. So thank you very much. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it, right? Have a Merry Christmas.